As far back as 2017 and into 2019, interesting speculation as to what, where, when, and how a all-electric Corvette would be produced by GM. And the most important aspect actually comes from the head of GM himself. Hey, hello, all you wonderful Corvette people out there. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. And I hope you have a lot of great thoughts about the Corvette future. And what I mean by that is, well, what's going to happen with the C8 Corvette and what will the C9 Corvette be? Now, apparently, as we are in this C8 Corvette mode, coming up really soon is going to be the E-Ray, taking the place of the Grand Sport is the speculation. And it's going to be a hybrid with a V8 in the back and electric motors up front. Lots of good gooey horsepower and all this jazz. So, but once we leap past the E-Ray, what is going to be next and when will it happen? And are we going to reach the theoretical, we'll call it right now, the C9 Corvette, the Corvette that will be all electric? When are these things going to happen? So I looked around a little bit. There's not a whole lot of information out there, but I am going to give you my initial speculation and then add a little bit of what has come out of GM and give you my final thoughts. So let's get into it. Here we go. My initial speculation as to when a C9 or all-electric Corvette would come out, I'm thinking 2028 to 2030, maybe even in the mid to late 2030s. Now, when you look at speculation back in 2020 as to when they thought a lot of the current C8 lineup cars were going to come out, they were extending themselves out as far as to 2025 for the Zora. Now, let's get into building my initial timeline for when I think the electric C8 would ultimately come out. Now, here's my timeline. I'm starting in 2019, and then I have a skip up to 2035. So, the Stingray 2019 ought to be built at least as far out as 2025, if not longer. So the Z06 is just now coming out. It should be built as far out as when? Well, give it 5 years, so out to 2026. So the E-Ray, of which we have seen the teaser release video of, well, when would that come out? It's supposed to come out next year, and it should be produced kind of like the Grand Sport, at least a good 3 years, and that would push it out to 2027. The ZR1, well, I have no idea about this. At least 2025, if it's going to exist, maybe 2026. So I have no idea, but that is my guess range if they make the ZR1. Now, for the Zora, I'm going to ignore that right now, just because I think it pollutes the waters of this video. So anyway, I'm thinking 2028 to 2030 is a good speculative time period in this regard, working off of the C8 generation for when this all-electric C9 would come out. And according to this timeline, maybe it wouldn't get produced until well into the 2030s. But let's take a look at what Mark Russ, president of GM, had to say.
We are here today to tell you about an electrified Corvette that's coming first, and then a fully electric Corvette after that.
We're looking at some pictures of it in camouflage. Last winter, some training that's going, some of the test driving that you were doing. Timing. When can people say, I want an electric vet, and they will get one?
Well, that's the great news here. We will have an electrified Corvette next year. So this is coming very quick.
And a fully electric one?
More to come on that. We're not going to talk about everything here today, but very fast. We're getting this. This is in addition to all of the great performance that Chevrolet and Corvette have been known for many, many years with our internal combustion engines. So it's an addition to.
So those remain. I have to ask you about Adam Jonas's note last week after Tesla earnings. Essentially, he said the more we see out of Tesla, the more we are concerned about the rest of the industry's ability to play catch up. Can you catch up to them on EVs?
I love it, Adam Jonas. What he's not seeing, though, is some of the vehicles behind us, which are in segments that Tesla flat out does not compete. So if you look at the Hummer, if you look at the Lyriq, if you look at the Hummer SUV, if you look at the new Silverado, the Sierra, the Blazer,
but those are all
Equinox,
coming. They're not here yet, and people are looking around saying, okay, we need to start seeing these out on the road.
Absolutely. We are ramping up the launches. Right now, we brought the Lyriq ahead 9 months. We did the Hummer in 2.5 years. Complete, new LTM platforms. Our LTM platforms are going to be our strength, and our pipeline is fully loaded. So here we come.
Now, I'm sure you heard all of that just fine, but I cherry-picked some of his quotes. So, a fully electric Corvette is coming up after the E-Ray, and the E-Ray's coming next year, 2023, so that would tell me an all-electric Corvette could be coming the next year, which is 2024. Two more very important quotes. He said, the E-Ray is coming up very quick, indicating that the all-electric will come up very fast. I have to alter my timeline, revealing that, okay, the E-Ray should be out 2023, the all-electric 2024, 2025, somewhere in that time range. And I don't know that anybody has been told if the all-electric will be a part of the C8 generation or the C9 generation. Hey, what do y'all think about the all-electric Corvette? Apparently it's coming. So, GM has already got the Hummer going, the Silverado, and all these products coming out to us. And in parallel to that, it's great that these electric cars are coming out, but what about the infrastructure? We talk about that so much. And then a third point of view that so many people have made, just like the joke of saying, hey, don't plug in your electric vehicles right now. We need that power because it's so hot out. California has proclaimed that by 2035, no more ICE, internal combustion engine cars, can be sold. They all have to be electric vehicles. Coincidentally, at this same moment, California tells EV owners to limit their charging because the Californian electrical grid cannot support all these EV cars. Well, the whole U.S. is just like this. So even though they're pushing out these cars, early, so quick, it's like they're trying to flip that switch so fast, we're not ready for it, period. Now, aside from that, how good are these electric vehicles when it's super cold out? How good are they when it's super hot out? And at this point in time, at the time that GM wants to pump out an all-electric car, you'll still see jokes from people talking about, will an EV survive in deep snow or deep heat traffic? This is scary stuff. So out on the internet, there's this graph, and it's relative to Tesla. And looking at the green bars, basically the colder it gets, the less efficient the batteries are because you're using heaters and, the batteries are just not as efficient. On the flip side, when it's hot outside, it's the same thing in reverse. Now, I went out to Geotab, and they had this article, and within this, they discuss the importance of heating and cooling the vehicle cabin, heating and cooling the battery. These two bulleted items can really affect the longevity or the efficiency of a battery. And here's their supporting graph, which is pretty much similar to the other one from Tesla. So I really feel like GM's Ultium battery packs are going to be a lot better. In the future, we might see a huge variety of battery technology coming out. So fingers crossed that this all works out for the best. And with that, I guess relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye. What do you think? Will an all-electric, maybe C9 Corvette come out in 2024 or 2025? Well, from the sounds of Mark Russ's comments, sure does seem like that. Tell me what you think down below. And remember, please subscribe and give that thumbs up. I really do appreciate it.